Oh my goodness. Talk about running crazy. I'm an hour late. An hour and 1 minute late. Sorry, guys. Duty called. I don't have anything to drink, and I don't have any cough drops here. Oops, dropped one on the floor. I guess Rainbow gets that one. But I do have almonds. Raw, unsalted almonds, which are so delicious. Now I'm coughing. I wasn't coughing before. I haven't eaten anything for hours. And I was at a meeting at church, technical stuff. And it was funny because it's like every other person was a talker. There were like 6 or 7 of us there. Of course, I was one of the talkers, But I wasn't talking as much tonight because I was like, I need to get home. My people are waiting for me. But I didn't tell them that. And then I had to rehearse because we have a memorial service this weekend that I'm playing for. And the guy that I'm playing with, he was there and we needed to rehearse. So that's what we did. So I'm back a little bit late. We'll see if people pop in here. I know this is later than most of y'all are expecting me to hang out. I did send a little story to update and said, hey, I'm coming in, guys. I promise I'll be there. Anyway, this is my shirt that I got I think I got this from Walmart. Walmart has some cute graphic shirts. Home is where the dog is. It's true. She's home. You can hear her munching over there. Daddy left early, and I had to leave even before Daddy did. So she was here all by herself all day. So I had to run in real quick, take her out. Part of my my almonds going down the wrong hole. So hopefully, yeah. Thank you guys for coming in. Oh, look, we got people that are finding me even though I am an hour late. Thank you so much, guys. You are my heroes. Kelly's not here. She's always here, but she didn't know I would be an hour late. She was probably waiting for me an hour ago, and I never showed up, and she's probably sad now. I miss you, Kelly. I miss you, Kelly. Don't hate me, Kelly. I'm still here. This is the palette that I used in Sunday's looks, and also I used it for 3 days. This is the Nude Bliss from Profusion. It is, excuse you. It is such a good neutral palette. It doesn't look like much here, but really it has all of these different tones and depths and finishes. There's a really beautiful satin. This right here is a really beautiful satin. That's the lightest one. And it's such a nice highlight. That's not shimmer. Sorry. Oh, I got residual on my finger. There is one pressed glitter in here, which I enjoy. If you don't like it, it's only 1 out of 21 shades, so not too bad. It does come with the great brush. It's not funky. It's actually really awesome. Should clean it up a little bit. But yeah, this has been fairly well loved. I haven't used it a lot, but of course the glitter will probably hit pan pretty soon. It looks like it's already hit pan there. Yeah, I think I've actually hit pan on the glitter. Glitters, of course, because they're so loose and whatnot, they tend to hit pan really quickly. But anyway, there's one of my cheapies. That's a $10 palette, I believe. If you're wondering, definitely a good one if you like a big neutral palette. I can't complain about that. If I wore neutrals, as I said, that would probably be my everyday palette. My look today, to be announced. This is day 2 of this palette that I've got on my eyeballs right now. Not eyeballs, eyelids right now. So I will let you guys know what that is. You feel free to guess if you want. I hope I don't have any almond in my teeth. It happens. I might grab another piece too if I want. These are my Christmas glasses. They were in my rotation, and I was like, I'm going to wear these because they looked appropriate. So I wore them. I also have a lot of fuzz on me because I wore a new hoodie without washing it first. Strawberry Cream on YouTube said they just received theirs. Luckily in great condition. Yeah, mine came in good condition, so no problems with that. I know other people have had some problems, but I don't know if I've heard a lot of people in the States that have had problems with arriving. So I did a kind of unboxing, like a photo journal unboxing of this, so you could see what it looked like when it arrived. This is my very first Pat McGrath, so you all can admire it with me. Ooh, and this is what we're going to talk about basically all day. I don't have anything else to talk to you guys about. I haven't gotten anything else. I'm actually, even with my palettes that I want to get, my wish list and whatnot, I'm really slowing down because I know that there's going to be a lot of sales next month. So I'm like, maybe I'll just like save and pay my tuition for my doctorate and then not worry about buying stuff right now. Just worry about my education so I can get my doctorate finished up and whatnot. But and then I can spend a bunch of money next month. But this is what it looks like. I still have the plastic protector on here, so it won't. Oh, thanks. The glasses are from Zenny, by the way. So with Saranda, I tried. If I mispronounced that, sorry. Says she loves the glasses. So these came from Zenny. They got the red on the side and the green frames. They're a little brighter in person than they are registering on either IG or YouTube. So, and if you're just joining me for the first time, I usually will do IG on my phone and YouTube on my computer. So everybody can get a little bit of me. So anyway, yeah, so this is the palette. If you haven't seen it, you've probably seen it all over the net. It's amazing to me how much brighter IG looks than YouTube looks. I mean, that's not them. That's because of my setup. It's just washed out a little bit on my computer and my webcam. I have had an itchy neck lately. What have I got? Maybe some detergent, but it's the same detergent I've been using, so I don't know why it would be. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4 mats, and then a bunch of others. There's some like that are more satiny and some that are more sparkly and whatnot. I did a really quick. Oh, you got the cheek trio too. I did not get anything else. I just got this. Fluffy Smiles is here. Always makes me smile when Fluffy Smiles shows up. But I don't know if I have a Fluffy Smile or not. But yeah, I just got this palette. I've never had anything Pat McGrath. I hemmed and hawed, and I was like, should I wait? And then I was like, no, I'm not going to wait. So I'm going to do something I don't usually do. Usually I just clean off my makeup with oil, but because I'm running so late, I decided to just sit down here and use these wipes. Not something I necessarily recommend, but hey, you know, you do you. So I'll still have mascara and whatnot on from earlier because I'm not going to worry about taking all that off right now because I'm going to take all this off later. So what I do on my Wednesdays is I use a palette, usually a new one, usually the one that is the most hyped at the time, and I just do 2 impromptu looks with zero preparation of what they're actually going to be. Also, I love when you guys chat with me, but I'm blind. So when I see that you're chatting, when you're saying something, oh, the cheek trios are so catfish. OMG. I got the dark one because of my skin tone and the light one looked too light and while they're dark. Oh, okay. So that's not what you get. Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing of ordering things online. I've gotten things that were, you know, definitely not ideal for me, but you know, I can usually make them work, but yeah, I mean, I've got some pretty light blush cheek products and I've got some pretty dark ones, so I make them work. I use them. I mean, if they're mine, I use them. They'd have to be like way not my color for me to not use them. And I mean, you know, I'm stubborn. I'm gonna make them work. If I have to shear that thing out and put it under everything and put, you know, powder and everything else over the top, I will do that. I literally just said the same thing twice, but you get what I mean. What is wrong with my nose right there? Okay. That's okay. Basically, all my face makeup is off. It looks like, well, no, I've got blush. I still got blush on. That's weird. Blush lasted all this time? Okay. And I didn't even use a cream blush. Oh, what did I use? Did I use a cream blush? I didn't. I think I used the blush from Essence. I believe that was the one. I'm going to put some of this stuff on my eyes. Where is it? Maybe it's over here. If you guys saw my desk, you'd be like, what in the world? My husband's great. He is a neat freak. I am not. And so he looks at this and I see him look at it sometimes and he's just like, but he controls himself. In the beginning of our relationship, he didn't control himself quite so well, but he learned that you should control yourself about my mess because it's just going to happen. You haven't swatched though, but it's just by looking. Okay, too beautiful to swatch. Lashes de Mariposa. It's Posa, right? Mariposa, yes, is here. Welcome, welcome. They have some fun stuff. If you want to buy some lashes. I'm not a lash person, so I don't do lashes. Where in the world is that little eye cream thingamabobber? Oh, here, it's right here. I don't do lashes because I wear glasses and because I already have long lashes and I don't like to put anything on that might create a problem. So I don't. This is the Tula Skincare Rose Glow and Get It Cooling and Brightening Eye Balm. I like that this just adds a little bit of moisture. So if I do this sort of thing, I kind of just grab this and tap it in just so that my eyes aren't completely killing me for what I just did to them, which is use a wipe on them. I don't like to do that. But, you know, I will do it for you all because I love you all that much. Yeah. All right. So let's get into this. What look should I do? What do you guys think? You know, I'm going to go colorful, at least on one of these. I usually try to do something that's a little bit more subdued, but oh my goodness, some of these bold colors are really calling my name. Of course, this green and the blue, those are gorgeous. This pink is pretty. This copper is really pretty. Sorry, I'm not holding that up high enough. So the green, the blue, the copper, this pink matte color is really pretty. And then this black is stunning, and so is this like taupey, sort of grayish taupey gunmetal sort of color. And of course, that's basically all of anything that's not neutral. Essentially. I like neutrals too, but I like them with other things. So let's throw something on my eyeballs. This is the eye primer that will never end. It goes on and on, my friend. It's, you know, I started priming this, or I started panning this, or trying to pan this, basically when I got it. So, you know, just like shortly after I first started using it. So it's been, you know, it's done pretty well. And I use my Project Pan basket about every other time that I do makeup. I don't do it every time. So it hasn't done too bad for being a few months in here. And now I'm scraping it. So it's good. All right, guys, what are we going to do? What do you think? Let's see if anybody has an opinion yet. I could do, yeah, the green is gorgeous. I could do a halo eye. I could do one of my fun little, what do we call it? Cut crease sort of guys. What would I do that with? I could do like a pink. Ooh, the pink and the black. Ooh, let's do the pink and the black on one eye. We're going to do that. I'm going to grab this because I just saw it sitting there and I like to use this one, but I think it might be a little dirty. But that's okay because I'm going to use it for the black. And so if it's a little bit off, that's okay. So I just used a wipe, and the fact that it's a little damp now, it doesn't bother me at all because I will be, that's pretty. I will be putting it here kind of as almost like a graphic look. So a little bit more wetness will actually hopefully help. This is it's almost as like a glitter. It's very crumbly. I'm okay with that. But it's not exactly what I expected. That's okay. All right, so now I'm wondering if I should do the winged look or if I should, I got some crustiness down here. I think that's from the previous look. I don't know if I should do a wing look or if I should do the cut crease look, or a combination of the two. Let's see what is the smallest brush in here. I need to wash brushes. I got a bunch of dirty brushes sitting here looking at me, but I'm going to use a couple of them because I don't have any pencil brushes over here. Okay, almonds, you got to move over. You're in my way. Also, wipes, you got to move over. Also, palette that I've been using this month that I'm not telling anybody about, or not this month, these 3 days, you got to move over. All right, let's grab one of these. I said let's grab one of these. Let's grab one of these pencil brushes, and I just grabbed 2. I'll just wipe them off a bit. And again, I don't care if they're a little bit damp because it can be a little graphic right at the tip. I mean, right at the deepest part there. So I'm going to go into this darkest color and just kind of try to lay this down pretty exact. I don't know if this will smudge out. This seems like those of you that have this palette, this dark color, it seems like almost a glitter. It's got, super fine particles in it, but it's not like, it's more crumbly than a shimmer. Man, my eye is tickling. So I'm trying to get this pretty exact, but this is crumbly. So it's not, so you know that this is a first impression because this is what we've got. So I'm going to try, now that I put this on and I realize what it's doing, I guess I'm going to go above a little bit and fade it out at the top, and then I'll do something else on the lid. A little bit kind of like what we did last time, but maybe make it a bit more cohesive here. What do we put at the top? This has 2 pinky sort of mattes, so I think I'm going to go that direction. I'm going to tap into the darker of the 2, and I hope this doesn't mess up that deep, but basically I'm taking this darker, I don't know the shade name. So it would be Saturn Sunset, and it's like a mauvey rosy color. Oh, I gotta zoom you guys in, and by zoom you guys in, as you know, if you watched my lives before, I gotta grab this pile of books that my computer's sitting on, that my phone is sitting on my computer, in the hole of the bottom of the sea, and I pull you close to me like that. Look at I got little alpha thing happening, but this one's in the front. PCOS, guys, I'm telling you, it's fun. All right, the green is gorgeous. Okay, yep, we read that one. I want to make sure I'm not missing anybody's comments. So what I'm doing with this, I've done this before on here, but if you are new to my live stream, I basically go right to the edge of the first color and I put in the new color so that it blends in with what was already there. And then it also lays down the new color. This is a super fine, super teeny. See how little it is? From AOA Studio. This is their set that comes with the little cup holder. Not cup holder. The holder cup. Not cup holder, but holder cup. For the brushes. It's a really good set for $10 for 10 brushes. Don't pay a bunch of money for brushes. Although I do have some FOMO with brushes. I see people using these brushes and I'm like, ooh, I want fancy brushes. But so far I've resisted. Mostly because I want more palettes. So, all right, so I'm just adding a touch of this rose and I'll just blend it a little bit more. I'm not really going all the way to the front here because I don't want it to get too thick there. I did go a little bit more to the end here because I figured it could use a little more. Well, I didn't go quite to the end. I figured it could use a little bit more thickening up. So that's what we've got. I'm not going to clean this off, but I'm going to go into the lightest pink that's in the palette here. The pink matte. And the same thing, actually, I probably picked up more than I needed. Same thing, I'm just going to go to the edge of that deeper pink and put this right there so it'll kind of fade it out. And I don't know that this is actually fading any of that darkest color, but I think it's doing a little bit of work there. They seem pretty similar, but that also might be because the darker of the two rose colors, I might have been more stingy with that one. So let me put a little bit more of that darker color right here at the edge between, or the middle between the lightest and darkest. So that's kind of what it looks like. I'm going to take a little bit of a fluffy brush that's pretty small. This one's from MSQ. It's a Amazon brand. Looks like it's not really clean. I definitely need to clean these. I need to get a little mug or some sort of a brush holder so I can put my dirty brushes in it. Keep them separate from everything. Otherwise, they just sit here on my desk. So, the colors are beautimous. I don't know that I thought this out real well, but that's okay. I think I'm going to stick with the pinks and this dark color to try to keep it a little bit more cohesive than I have in the past. So I'm going to actually go back in with this brush. This is one from Bogashis or whatever, however you pronounce that. Somebody needs to tell me how to pronounce that because clearly I suck at pronouncing whatever that is. Let's see. Do I want to close this? I think I'll close it. So I'll meet this all the way up. And I'll take a little bit underneath. It actually goes a long way, so that went further than I thought it would. I just got to get it up to the lash line. It came away a little bit. All right, so that just got that in like that. Like that. I said that quite a few times in that sentence, didn't I? Now I'm wondering if I want to close it here. I think I do. I think I'm going to take this on that same brush, and then I'm just going to kind of use the edge and sweep it forward. I could definitely, that's probably not the best technique. Let me grab this other pencil brush, which is the one from the brand that I don't, oh, here it is, Lavish. I got this from, that's my chair, by the way. If you're hearing those squeaks and those, like, you know, gastric noises, it's not me, it's the chair. At least that's my story. And you can't prove otherwise. Anyway, this came from, was it Ipsy or Boxy? I think this came from Boxy. I can't keep them straight anymore. They're so similar. So I'm just putting this out from the edge. So I haven't wet the brush or anything, and I'm using a pencil brush to apply this, which is probably not the best, but it's really retaining all that sparkle, which is pretty cute. And I'm just figuring out, I'm just letting the spirit lead. The makeup spirits. It's a joke. I don't believe in makeup spirits. In case you're wondering. I'm not quite that weird. Not saying that any of you that believe in makeup spirits are weird. Actually, you are. If you believe in makeup spirits, you're probably weird. You know, I would say not to judge, but I'm going to judge, okay? Just let me judge. We're okay with judging. I think I'm going to go, let's see, which one of these silvery taupey colors do I want to use? This one is more of a pink, And this one is more of almost a really pale gold. Which one should I use? Oh, they're both really pretty. Okay, so I was gonna put that next to this dark, but I actually think I want to use the pale pink one on the inside. So instead I'm gonna use one of the darker pinks. Let me get a flat brush. If you're wondering why I'm so scattered in these, it's because I'm always scattered in these. Ask anyone. Ask Kelly. She knows. She's with me all the time, except right now I don't think she's here. Kelly, if you're here, hi. If you're not here, hi also. She'll probably watch it. Because she's a groupie. I have one groupie. No, Kelly's a sweetheart. She's really cool, and she's always here and always such a good support. So, and I have several of my people, but she is probably the most consistent. That's just always on the ball. Okay, this is a BH Cosmetics. I'm not telling you all these ones because, you know, I'm forgetting. Because, you know. Oh my goodness, this color. Oh, can you see that? Look at that color. It's like a lavender pinky sort of. Oh, the palette I'm using, Pat McGrath, the new Pat McGrath Christmas palette. This one. It's the Pat McGrath Celestial Odyssey. That's what I'm using. And this is my very first time dipping into this. And let me tell you, you know, I'm not disappointed. I will say, I do think that you can get this quality of, hi Rainbow, how are you? This quality of shadows. I think you can get it elsewhere. But I also don't know if this is, you know, I can't compare this to her other palettes because I haven't used her other palettes. So suddenly this is becoming a lot less graphic and going to be a lot more smudged. But, you know, that's because that's what the makeup gods are telling me to do. Oh, wait, makeup spirits. They are not gods, they're spirits. Although God is a spirit too. So maybe they're all the same. All right, I think I'm going to do a little bit of that matte stuff. The mattifying stuff on the outside here down below. So that we can kind of blow this out. There's a little fallout, but, you know, I mean, I'm not using any spray or anything, and I'm using lots of shimmer, so kind of to be expected. And I'm making this a lot wider than I did the first go around. I'll blow this out quite a bit because, you know, we've had a change of heart of how we want this to look. That's cute. I don't know if you think it's cute, but I think it's cute. I'm going to have to go pretty neutral on the other eye just so you all can be like, okay, this also can be wearable. Quote, wearable. Because for me, this is wearable. I go grocery shopping in this or go to the laundromat, which, by the way, I do need to do because I went to the laundromat. My dear husband, I love him sincerely and with all my heart. Hi, Rainbow. How are you? What are you doing? What are you chewing on? A plastic. Why are you chewing on a plastic bag? Because it's here, Mom. All right, you shouldn't chew on that, baby girl. No, you shouldn't do that. It's true, home is where the dog is. But the dog doesn't want to be home all the time. She wants to go out. She's like, Mommy, you leave me in the home. I would like to go out to the dog park or other exciting places instead of waiting for your butt here. Hey, no. We're not going to chew on that, okay? Excuse me, intermission. No! Like, Mom, that was mine. I found it. Yeah, you can't have it. Well, you know. Now I'll pick that up. But anyway, so I went to do laundry. I got there, put the laundry in, and realized none of my husband's clothes were there. And so I told him, I'm like, I told you I was going to do laundry, and you didn't put your clothes here. He's like, they were in the other room. We have 2 closets. They were in the other closet. I'm like, why? You know where the laundry goes. Why not just put it with the laundry instead of making me hunt around for it? He's like, oh, you should have checked. Like, no, I'm not your mother. You should have put it where it belongs. So, anyhow, okay, I'm going to use this champagne color, which is just the lightest champagne. Oh, that didn't seem to pick up at all. Let me see. That's not really, maybe it's picking up more than I think. Okay, it did pick up a little bit. I'm using this as an inner corner highlight. This color, this look is definitely more out there than some people would wear, but clearly I would wear it. And yes, I would go out like this. That's fun. It's not the best blending I have ever done. I feel like I need a smaller blending brush, but all my smaller blending brushes are kind of dirty at the time, at this particular moment in time. Let me see if I can clean that one and then dry that one. I feel like I have another one of these. There we go. Let's use that one. So this is the ABH one that comes in their palettes. So I'm just going to try to blow out these edges. Now that I tried to be all precise and stuff, now I want to blow them out. Because, change of heart. Because the makeup spirits have spoken. / my wandering attention has spoken. Oh, I could smudge the front part a little bit too. All right, they definitely go on nicely. I'm not seeing any performance issues. Yeah, those are cute. My hair is doing funky things, but we'll just let it do funky things because we shouldn't judge. Don't judge the hair. It has its own mind. I think we'll call that side done. If I did it again, I might make the black part a little more precise. So I would maybe make that the cut crease thing. But I do really like this dark with the pinks. I think that's very pretty. It also can definitely be blown out and blended a little bit more. But you guys really want to sit here and watch me blend this for days and days and days and days. I'm going to go actually tap into this. There's like a peach color here. I'm going to use that. Oh, yeah, it is a satin. That's what I was wondering. So it's a satiny peach. I'm going to try to blend that out a little bit. I don't know if that's making it worse or not. Well, fortunately, nobody's going to see this look on me because, well, I will take a picture of it, but you might not see all the errors. So I just cleaned up the little stuff there. I could clean up the bottom and forget that I tried to blow it out there too. But I think it's okay. I think it's okay where it's at. Okay. So, do cut crease, yes. Okay. Well, good, because I did it. So there you go. All right, so let's pop over to this side. So that's kind of a version of a cut crease. That's not quite, but on my hooded eyes, it works because, again, when I look at you straight like this, basically everything's hidden, but you'll see almost a wing happening over here, like a smoky wing. And then when I close my eye, you see a little bit of the cut crease. When I blink, you get a little bit of that bright flash, which I enjoy because I think that really opens it up and brightens the eye. Now I'm going to eat an almond because it's sitting right here on the edge of my computer while I start on the other eye. So Miss Charlie's here. Hi, Miss Charlie. How are you? Welcome back. All right. BH Cosmetics. Why? Because it's clean. We're going to do blue and green because we need to do those colors. We must do those colors. And then I'm going to kind of use some of the other mattes, which basically means this darker. This almost looks like there's a little bit of a reddish purple in that. Yeah. And then this, which is more of a ruddy rusty. Ooh, those are pretty. Those are fun shades. I can see that this would definitely favor, maybe not favor, but definitely look good on darker skin tones because these mattes are all. I mean, there's none of those bone colored, white people skin mattes. So yeah, Hey, hon, how are you? That's why I love doing these because I get to actually have conversations with you. I'm going to do a pretty standard eye over on this side, but it's going to be a little bit colorful. So I'm tapping into, let me see if I can tell you which one it is. Um, Sunrose Amber. And this is this more orangey, terracotta-y sort of matte. And I'll just put that across the, kind of across the what would be a crease. But you see how high it is above the actual crease? Yeah, because, you know, hooded eye challenges, guys. If you hear that crunching chunk sort of sound behind me, or actually in front of me, it's Rainbow. I took her plastic bag away from her, so now she's going to chew on her bone, which is a lot more suitable for her. Plastic bags don't digest very well. She would have just chewed it up and spit it out, but still, you know, I don't feel like I want to deal with that. I had a dog one time who ate a condom. I was like, why does this condom look like it was chewed open? And then my dog pooped it out. And it was, oh, the dirty martini pellet. I want that pellet. And I also want the wine pellet because it's purple. I mean, you know me. I got to have that. And I know I'm still going to talk to you about my dog pooping out the condom, but I got distracted by the dirty martini pellet. Yeah, so I will definitely be looking for a sale for the wine pellet and the dirty martini pellet. I've decided after getting this one, this would be the last one for a while because I want to see if I can get the other ones on sale. So I am going to tap into the lighter pink just to kind of blow out this edge a little bit. I don't want it to go too pink, but I don't know, I'm playing. And I'm just using it on this very outer side to brighten it up a little bit, and I'll bring it down underneath. You know, again, we're listening to the makeup spirits. Let the spirit lead. Or something like that. Anyway, so my dog pooped out a condom, but it didn't come out all the way out of his butt. Does this gross out anybody? I thought it was hilarious, actually. So it was just like hanging there like this much, and he was like, you know, trying to drag his butt and stuff like that, and it wouldn't come out. So I made him sit down, and then I had to step on the end that was hanging out, and then made him get up and go, and it like stretched like way out. It was just stretched all the way out, and then finally at the end it like snapped back and hit me in the shoe, and I was like, that's kind of gross. I have dog butt innards on my shoe now, but you know, whatever. That was, his name was Scooby. He was a really good dog. Yeah, it was a funny story. I have a lot of funny stories, but a lot of them I can't tell because they could get me in trouble. But that's not one of them. That's one that actually wouldn't get me in trouble. But I have quite an interesting history. I was thinking the other day, I'm like, I've lived half my life. I wonder if the second half is going to be as exciting as the first, or if I'll do it better the second time around. I don't know. Maybe it'll be more exciting. Maybe it'll be more exciting, but less chaotic. That I could handle. The first half of my life, I had some really good times. I also had some really, really bad times. As all of us do. So maybe I learned my lesson. What am I going to do with the blue and the green? I feel like I mean, I've got to almost put them one next to the other. So I think I'm going to put the blue kind of all over the lid. And I'm not spraying these or anything because the makeup spirits have not told me to. That, and I'm being lazy. And because I'm going to clean this off right after, so. Yeah, this palette, I know a lot of people are getting this one. That's how it goes on. No spray, no nothing. I mean, that's nice. That's good. That's good. Yeah, how does this compare to the one from last year? I think the last year was that More or less colorful. I don't know. I don't like to split the eye in half. Maybe it's just me, but maybe it's the artist in me where I was told that you're never supposed to have exact unless you're trying to do like cubism or something like that. But I don't want to do like um I don't want to make everything like super precise. So I did say I was going to do a neutral eye. I lied. I lied. I'm sorry for lying. I just came from church too. I shouldn't lie. I mean, I shouldn't lie anyhow. Doesn't matter if I came from church. But actually, I didn't lie. I just changed my mind. So there. But um, man, this goes on beautifully. That color, it's so pretty. I feel like I'm gonna have to blend it out a little bit, but that's what we got for the time being. I'm gonna take my wipe, and I'm using the same brush. Now it'll be a little bit damp for the green, but it was dry for the other one. Um, yeah, I'm not actually. I'm not poor this year because last year I was in Haiti, completely broke, and uh, my professorship at the university that I still teach at, but I teach remotely now down there. The banks all closed, and their financing or I'm sorry, their funding basically disappeared because people, reneged on what they said they were going to do, and so it was just kind of a big mess. Um, and then it got where because of the unrest, everything, even if we wanted to get, cash a check, the banks are closed. I mean, even if we had a check to cash, that's what I meant to say. The banks are closed. And so it was a disaster. Look at that green. Oh, so pretty. Anyway, that's why we had to leave Haiti because um, so the kidnapping gangs moved into our area, and the locals knew I was there, but they knew us pretty well, and my husband's Haitian, and so um, he had a pretty good relationship with people. I mean, and we both had a good relationship with people in the community. But he could get around and he could go out and buy stuff and go to the markets and not be suspicious, not hold, like bring attention to himself, unwanted attention to himself, and so um, that worked for him, and that worked for us for a while. But then finally, the people in the area, they were like, they basically this gang that was called the Papai, or the translated papaya, the Papai gang. And these are gangs that are funded by politicians that are they want to keep the country in unrest because then they can fight over who gets control of the aid money. So if you think that aid money is helping people, it's not. It's only helping politicians and creating unrest. So that is actually, aid money is the reason that Haiti is in turmoil right now, and it's the reason that the president got killed. So if you didn't hear about that, the president was assassinated a couple months ago. So we were down there when that whole thing started. My husband was, I think I've told this story on here before, but he was actually in Port-au-Prince. Well, he would go to work, and then we wouldn't know if he'd be able to get back because there's one bridge that would come back to us at the university that, there's only one way out of the capital, which is, poor planning, but Haiti is basically not planned. It just kind of happens more or less organically. I'm going to use this light color again for the inner corner because it seemed to work pretty well. Actually, no, I'm going to use this kind of, I actually mixed them together because, whatever. But this kind of silvery taupey color, I'm going to try that. Hopefully it's not too dark. But yeah, so he sent me pictures and he's like, babe, I don't think I can get back. And he sent me pictures and everything all around him was up in smoke. And so that would happen somewhat frequently. And then we had a place in Port-au-Prince, so he would stay there. And there was a room that we rented. Thank goodness. And he also had some friends he probably could have stayed with too. But so yeah, he had the room there, and that kept him from being like completely screwed over. Oh, that's too much. Okay. I thought I was going to cut corners by applying it with the finger, and then it just went a little bit nuts. So let's clean that up a little bit. So yeah, anyway, we were like, well, we gotta. After a while, we were just kind of praying about what to do next. So I kind of came out. He was sitting on the balcony on our front porch, and I was like, "What do you think about Dominican Republic?" I said, "I'm feeling like maybe we should just." Speaking of the spirits leading, I do believe that spirits lead, but I believe God's spirit leads. And so I said, what do you think about going there? I've been kind of praying about it, and I think that maybe that's our next step. And within 2 days, he had gone to Port-au-Prince, renewed his Dominican visa, even though they like increased it to like $400 for Haitians because they're like very anti-Haitian in the Dominican Republic, and so they make it really hard for him to come over. Um, you thought our immigration laws were harsh here? Yeah, we're actually ours are really easy compared to the majority of the world. So anyway, we ended up going over there. But I said, I'm not going without my dog and my cat. And he was so mad at me that he's like, what if we can't get there because you got to bring the dog and cat? And I said, if I leave the cat and the dog here, they're going to die because nobody will feed the dog. I know that. And she's going to be poisoned because she's going to have to eat goats or chickens or something. And then somebody's going to kill her because she's eating their goats and chickens. And the cat, they're going to eat because it's a delicacy in Haiti. And actually, my first cat got eaten in Haiti. But actually, I did bring him over to the DR. We grabbed them and what I could, basically what we could put in a suitcase, and the cat and the dog, and had somebody meet us, and we were just able to get an opening in the border, and went over that way, and got over there safely, and had a place to stay and whatnot, and then COVID hit in the DR, but still that's okay because it all came together. But the cat died in Dominican Republic. We were so sad. I bawled, but what do you do? And that was Rainbow's best friend. Chester was her best friend. She loved her brother, didn't you, Rainbow? You miss Chester? So now then there's this. I put a story on my IG stories where there's a cat cutout. The neighbors put a black cat cutout for Halloween on their door, and she every time she sees it, she wants to go play with it. She's like, right, and like wants to talk to him and break him come down. He doesn't play with you though, does he? He's a little snot. So she loves kitty cats, but anyway, all right, guys. These are the looks. This one on the right, it's a little bit too half and half. That's what I was saying before I interrupted myself. I don't really like the half and half thing because I feel like it it doesn't. I mean, that's not how nature really is. It's not like exactly cut down the middle. So I like doing either like a third and 2/3 or 2/3 and a third. Um, but I think I kind of fixed it that way by just blending the line in between. That's what I did here. So I brought this in basically 2/3 and then the third on the inside. So I just used that light green or that bright green here and then that blue here. They go so beautifully together. Um, and then I just use a lot of the neutrals to kind of give it a little something to hang out on. This one was more of a cut creasy sort of thing. Hey, you guys know how this is. I do it all casually and informally. I think this is a unique palette. There are some colors I didn't get into, like this gold. There's the gold. Woo! Look at that. And I am barely swiping at all. Like I'm barely going into it. This is another gold. So this one is more of this one's just more yellow. This one's more of bronzy maybe. Um, some of these I just touched in. This orangey color here, I didn't get into that one. That's really pretty. That would look really pretty against the green or the blue. Um, and then this brown, which is like a copper sort of color. Yeah, those are really pretty. I think those are great. I'll do one on my thumb. I don't like to do thumb swatches, but hey, that's what I've got left. And there's like a champagne pink sort of color. So those are some of the ones I haven't used. Look at that sheen. Gorgeous. All right, let me swatch these. There's the pink. Here's the bronzy color. That's not as shiny as, well, I guess it's not just next to the pink. It's not as shiny. Here's one of the golds. Here's the other one of the golds. Here's, and that second gold is almost like it's a duochrome, I think, with, looks like a green shift and then like a red under, like red base, and then this copper. So those are those colors that I didn't really use, but look at that sheen on those. Beautiful, beautiful. So I will be putting this one into my rotation because I definitely want to be using it. Probably come closer to Christmas because I feel like it's a perfect Christmas palette with all the shininess. The greens and the golds and the rosy colors. I think those are really beautiful for that. Yeah, I think this was great. Let me see where we're at with time. I can't see anything. I'm acting like I can actually see that. I can't. Hey, look, it's 50 minutes. So that's basically all I had because I didn't have anything to show you guys. I have been kind of saving my money, but I did buy some clothes. Oh, I just got a jacket yesterday, or like a hoodie. Here's a hack for y'all. I don't know if you've got this, but my husband ordered. Don't everybody do this because then they're going to change it because they'll start losing money. My husband ordered a shirt from Amazon and that didn't fit. It was the wrong size, so we wanted to return it. And so they said, okay, just bring it to Kohl's because our local Kohl's, excuse me, will return Amazon for us. And I've done this before too. So I'm like, ooh, I think they might do the same thing. And they did. So we went into Kohl's, returned it. They give you a $5 cash back in the store. So basically like they paid us to return the shirt. And then also gave them the full refund, which is super cool. So BH palette. Is that the great big one or is it a different one? The great big like fall themed one. I mean, they're all fall themed now, but is that the one you're talking about, BH, or is it another one? Wait, what else did BH do? No, that wasn't BH. What's the new BH palette? Or are they trying to release it? Is that what you're saying, that they're releasing a new palette? I gotta investigate. What is BH giving us? Because I love BH, but I haven't really gotten anything from them. Oh, birthstone for October. Oh, the opal one. Yeah, that one. That one wasn't. It looks interesting, but it looks pastel-y for me and a little bit. Those colors are weird for me. I feel like I have the wrong skin tone for it. For pastels, I love pastels. I think they're beautiful. I wear them. I love them. I appreciate them. But for my skin tone, I feel like I'm just the wrong place. If I was darker, they'd look great because they'd pop against my skin. If I was lighter, they'd look great because they would kind of go with my skin. But the way that I am right now, they look weird. I think they look weird. I like the last one I did for August. Right? That was the green one, right? Was that the emerald one for August and the peridot? And then they had, no, it wasn't sapphire. That's the one for August, right? I like the sapphire one and the peridot one. See, we're back to purple and greens. I can't help it. I just like purple and greens because they're pretty. Yeah, I have not gotten any of those because I'm not as into little palettes. I like bigger palettes. I have a bunch of little palettes, but they don't set my soul on fire. They don't make me super. Yeah, sapphire was the last one. That one I thought was really pretty. They don't really make me super happy because I like to look at a palette and know I've got like choices. But I do like to use a limited palette and force myself into doing something creative with it. Like for example, using this one that I showed you guys, this Nude Bliss. This looks boring. It's not boring. So this is the Profusion. I showed this at the beginning. This is what I used in my last 3 looks. Oh, at that angle, it doesn't look so boring. It has like, a little bit of purple tones. It has this one pressed glitter, which I've almost hit pan on. I do like the pressed glitter. So, if you don't like it, that's just too bad. It has some really pretty darker red colors, and then this deeper color that's, you know, in the purples and whatnot. And then really, excuse you, bless you, all of these nice tones of nude, basically. Um, oh man, I'll have to see if I can get your live. Are you doing it on YouTube, or are you doing? What was that? Oh, well, you can't say that Profusion is really high quality. This little magnet that was right up here, it just popped off and hit the bottom part that was supposed to hold closed. So I have to try to glue that back in. But I mean, you know, it's not a huge deal. Although now it won't stay closed, so I have to take care of that. But I like Profusion. I think they have a really great, fairly reliable quality. That's not super fancy. I mean, it's definitely not Pat McGrath. But I do, you know what? I'm going to say right now, LA Girl, their quality definitely rivals my other favorite quality, or my other favorite qualities, which I love Sydney Grace. And I am telling you, LA Girl is really close to Sydney Grace for quality. They might be slightly more thin, but for the price difference, LA Girl is astonishing. And then they also remind me a bit, the shimmers especially remind me a bit of Juvia's Place, but um, they're not as pigmented for the mattes for Juvia's Place. But LA Girl, fantastic. Yes, I did. And I didn't even check to see if that one I did. Oh, sorry. So Miss Charlie said, did I see the pictures that she sent me of the Metallics Profusion palette? Yes, I saw the pictures. And I remember seeing that palette on their site. I don't know if it's still on there or not, but I need to check that. I am really interested in their Book of Shadows. That is at the Meyer stores that we apparently don't have in Minnesota, because they're haters. And I looked on their website and it said it was sold out. So I don't know if it's at any of the stores. I want that palette. If anybody has an idea of where I can get that palette, it looks really cool. I don't usually like a lot of their releases because I found a lot of them to be less than ideal. Kind of either really super cheaply made. I'm trying to see if I have one down here. Or, let's see, I have, these ones. So this is a Pro Pigment. This is a good palette. I've just tapped into it. I haven't really used it a whole lot, but this is the Profusion Pro Pigment, and I do quite like this one too. It's still fairly neutral. This one, I was hoping it would be better, but this is pretty crappy quality. I mean, so quality. But then the one that was released at the same time, I like it. Oh my goodness. If you see it, I'm serious. As Charlie, you will be my friend and my hero forever and ever and ever. Let me know and we will arrange shipping and all that jazz, because that would be so cool. I just want to try it. It just looks like such a pretty palette and I would love to see it. So, and see if it works. They also have these, what's that other square one? I'm going to look down here and find it. Sorry, I'm disappearing out of the screen. Rainbow's wondering what I'm doing down here too. She's like, Mommy, why are you down here? This is weird. What are you doing, Mommy? No, that's not it. All right. Well, they have a couple of others of theirs that were like special releases that aren't those, like the 21 pan or the 10 pans or whatever. And they were like, some were good and some were bad, and it's just, you don't know what you're going to get. So I'm hoping the ones at Meyer are better. So yay, that would be really, really cool. So hopefully you'll see it there. That would make me happy. All right, that's what we got, guys. Rainbow says she needs attention. She hasn't been with Mommy all day. You want to say hi, Rainbow? Come here. Come here. She's like, I don't want to go up there. Come here, Rainbow. Come over here. So we're gonna see if she'll say hi. Come here. Come on. Come on. Yeah, good girl. All right, you gotta get up here. You gotta get up here. You'll gotta turn around. Your back is to the people. The people want to see the puppy. They don't want to see me. Yeah, so this is Rainbow. She's my baby girl. She's very spoiled, but she's our international globe-trotting dog. She's lived in 3 countries now. Yeah, and she's she's a legal immigrant. Legal, not illegal. She was illegal in Dominican Republic. Kind of. Well, no, she wasn't actually. We got her excused, but they didn't do any paperwork on her or anything. So I guess if somebody had checked, we could have gotten in trouble. But she looked like a Dominican dog anyhow, so they didn't care. Oh, you're gonna get up here again? Mommy, I come up again. Oh, okay. She doesn't usually get to jump up on me, so she's happy she gets to do that. That's pretty exciting. Yeah, kisses from mommy. Okay, thank you. All right, so I'm gonna give my puppy some attention because she needs loves. Yeah, yeah, you need some love. And I will see you guys in the next one. That's gonna be on Sunday, assuming all goes according to plan. I try to keep these as close to schedule as I can, but life does happen, and I am a busy person. So Sunday, hopefully, I'll see you guys in that one, and we might have some goodies to talk about. If not, I don't know what we'll talk about. We'll come up with something. Because I'm not buying a lot of stuff. So maybe I'll get some stuff by then. I do have Ipsies and Boxy and maybe something else that's supposed to come. Why are you looking at me? And you're sounding all juicy. Her tongue is like, yeah. Is that a nice sound? Okay, thank you. Yes, I know. I love you too. So yeah, it will be Sunday at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. That is when that's when it's scheduled. Unless, like last time, hubby and I went shopping and it was a little bit late. But I get in there, as soon as I can. So look out for me. I'll be there. And otherwise, you can see the video afterwards. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I will hopefully see you in that one too, Miss Charlie. And you guys have a great night. Rainbow and I are out. Bye. Why are you slobbering on me, doggy? You was slobbering on me. You was getting me all slobbery. That's not Santa.